$52 million. That's the amount of money the second Terminator movie made its July 4th, 1991 opening weekend. James Cameron named his movie Terminator 2: Judgment Day. It was a major cash cow, and other franchises lived only to face the new nightmare, the war against the machines. The story goes that the computer which controlled the machines, Skynet, sent two Terminators back through time. Their mission? To destroy the leader of the human resistance, John Connor, son of the first movie protagonist, Sarah Connor. The first toy company to take on the Terminator 2 toy line was Kenner Toys in the year 1991, but eventually failed. Later, McFarlane Toys gave the line a shot and began their line of Terminators. Unlike the toy company before, McFarlane focused on adult collectors, with realistic paint apps and sculpting. It was just a question of how well did McFarlane perform. Here we go again, looking at some McFarlane toys. Last time, we went ahead and looked at the Steven Universe McFarlane bricks, and they were not good at all. So, let's just go back a little bit to 2002's Movie Maniacs 5. McFarlane's Movie Maniacs mainly focused on horror movies and monsters. They would throw in characters like Ash from Evil Dead and sometimes Robocop, and today's focus, The Terminator. At one point, McFarlane didn't have the likeness license for Arnold Schwarzenegger. So, when they made a T-800 complete with skin, they had to obliterate his face. It's kinda funny. You guys might already know that I don't like human faces in my collectibles. So, just like the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, I'm never gonna display them with their real faces. So I was never really into these, and I'm not into the dry brush techniques on my toys.
What? I'm Todd McFarlane, father of Spawn, king of the dry brush toys.
But the Movie Maniacs 5 T-800 showed me different. First, I would love to give a shout out to my buddy Diggs. When I got home after being hospitalized, he brought this figure to me, and it sure made me feel better. Thanks, man. The McFarlane toys that I owned around this time were the $60 billion Double Dollar Man, Vash the Stampede, the Yellow Submarine Beatles, and the one set I kept from the 2000s, the Beatles cartoon set. All of those I would count as statues with limited articulation. This T-800 is something else. It's highly posable, and the smallest of details are great. I really enjoy looking at the working hydraulics. This endoskeleton feels wiry exactly the way you would have expected. He comes with a pile of skulls that look awesome, his rifle, and a stand for his card art. The stand and card art make him look like he's standing at a movie theater next to his own poster, so I usually just leave this in the package. His rifle seems a little small, but it's still pretty sweet. Now, even though this T-800 Endoskeleton comes with all of his McFarlane dry brush gloriness, it looks stupendous. This is a great example of when dry brushing is totally appropriate. The metallic paint is very convincing. I don't have any other endoskeletons to compare at this moment, but I can already tell that this is an excellent figure. So he's not terribly expensive, and he is great quality. Now, I wish I could say this about all McFarlane toys, but it's just not all for me. But in the case of this T-800, I'll be back for more McFarlane toys, and hasta la vista.